guess kids aren't asking for a Rose Tico figure this Christmas. I wonder why. Well, I am. It's all I wanted. All I want for Christmas is Rose. Rose, there's a Reddit thread. There's a thread on Reddit. And they're being critical of you and your cattle prod, Rose. Let's have a look, okay?
Hello, I started this gangster shit. And this the thanks I get. Hello, I started this gangster shit. And this the thanks I get. Hello.
If you're new to the channel but enjoying the videos, please take a minute to subscribe and double check to make sure you're still subscribed. Thanks. Hey, it's Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You're listening to Ethan Van Sciver, 25-year veteran of the comic book industry, great big Star Wars fan. And here we are. We're gonna sit with our Rose Tico action figure, and we are going to read this thread on Reddit, which is leveling some criticism of the character Rose Tico 1 year later. So it's been 1 year since The Last Jedi has been in theaters. It's been 1 year since the shock that reverberated all over Star Wars fandom, something that we still haven't completely recovered from. And people are now, even now, discussing Rose Tico and her role in the movie. And, some people have some things to say. So, Rose, we're going to read these together. Okay, I don't want you to take any of this personally. All criticism is valid. It's aimed at, making you a better character for J.J. Abrams' coming Star Wars Plan 9 from Outer Space, in which I'm positive that you are going to be a Sith Lord with a pink lightsaber. God, that'd be so cool, Rose. That'd be so cool. Let's hope JJ knows what to do here. So let's look, Rose. Let's look. I don't want you to, again, don't take this to your heart. Just take this to your head. All right. So, what scenes from the film would kids reenact with Rose Tico? Because they're suggesting that nobody wants a Rose Tico action figure. Kids aren't asking for a Rose Tico action figure for Christmas this year. So what scenes from the film would kids reenact with her? The one where she sexually assaults Finn. Rose, I don't know if I would suggest that you sexually assaulted Finn. You just planted a big kiss on his face, and Finn, to be honest with you, did not reciprocate. He did not reciprocate that kiss. He looked nauseated, and then you fainted. Okay, you faked unconsciousness to get out of that embarrassment, and I understand that. I understand that. You might owe him a written apology. I don't know if he wants to press charges. I don't even know if #MeToo existed in a galaxy a long time ago, far, far away. I don't really know. But in any case, yeah, there's not a lot. Well, there might be other scenes. Let's see what other people suggest. Mommy, I want to be the annoying girl that doesn't do anything but cry and sanctimoniously lecture people and zap them with the cattle prod, said no kid ever. Well, I think actually there are quite a few SJWs who can relate to that. That is their actual fantasy. So, Rose, again, more criticism. You know how they say apathy is the opposite of love? I don't think the response to a Star Wars character has ever been more apathetic than this. People hated Jar Jar. With Rose, no one even cares. Well, oh, no, this guy, Rose, he says, nah, I hate her. Her job is to tase people. Rose, to be fair, he does have a point. Your job was to tase people, Rose. Her job, I wish my job was to tase people. Her job is to tase people. She clearly isn't the brightest, or otherwise she and Finn wouldn't park where they get in trouble. She trusts DJ, who was clearly an untrustworthy fellow, with the plan. The whole plan is more or less on her in the first place. Then her crash with Finn and that stupid line is the cherry on top. So that's the line probably about saving the people that we love. So we want to, saving the things that we love rather than destroying the things that we hate. Wasn't she a mechanic that took it into her own hands to prevent people from deserting? This is fair criticism. Then again, I heard that apparently Holdo and Rose knew each other, because Patton totally knew the names of the guys in the back that manned the artillery. Yeah, that is true. It is weird that Holdo knew Rose. That is suspicious. Don't really understand how that works. Rose was assigned to tase people, and she happily took the job. And here's a quote from the book, the novelization. And then, for her morning shift, Rose had been handed an electro-stun prod and grim orders. So this is an electro-stun prod, by the way. This is a little miniature version of it. And grim orders. Stun anyone accessing the Radis's escape pods. She'd agreed, and without hesitation, her sister had died to save this ship, to save the entire Resistance fleet, and deserters were dishonoring that sacrifice. That sounds a little bit fascist for a volunteer movement. Let's look into this. Deserters of a volunteer resistance movement. Geez, no wonder nobody answered Leia's call. How can you be a deserter? How can you be a deserter of a volunteer movement, Rose? And why would you stun somebody? Would you stun somebody from the Salvation Army who just decided they didn't want to, I don't know, ring a bell anymore in front of a Walmart? Is that what you would do, Rose? That's not nice, Rose. Once you are in, you're in for good. All the people were probably like, we could help them crush the First Order, but I want to go home after. In hindsight, somebody says, in hindsight, that does sort of sound fucked up. Like a scene with Leia or Holdo making a speech that they understand that everyone is scared and that they want to leave and they won't hold it against them. Then make a dramatic cut to the crews and members of the Resistance choosing to stay defiantly. Man, I'm getting goosebumps from imagining that scene. I would have cared a little more for Holdo, because that's some sort of a bit of characterization other than Leia's friend. Yeah, the Holdo and Leia relationship was weird. The two of them just smiling warmly at each other. Sisters doing it for themselves. Odd. That's the classical St. Crispin's Day trope. And would work amazingly well here. But to Mr. Rian Johnson, if it exists, it must be subverted or perverted. One wonders if he knows to do anything else. Yeah, I'm not even sure that that would have occurred to Rian. So is his life basically those TikToks where they pour some liquid beside a glass instead of in it, except less funny? Yes. Oh, that's subverting expectations. Imagine how many more people could have survived if they'd taken the ships that Finn and Rose used to go to Canto Bight. Now that is the Titanic argument about half-full lifeboats. Except in this case, yeah, Rose and Finn just took the ships to go to a casino. And how many people died? How many people died because of that irresponsible choice that they made to save space horses. Laughing my ass off, so Rose actually cost people their lives by not letting them leave. Now, Rose, as you can see, these allegations are piling up against you at this point, and these are pretty serious. I don't blame you, Rose. I don't blame you. After all, as we pointed out several times, this right here, the lettering on your jumpsuit, if you hold it in the mirror, it actually says END, E-N-D, in stylized lettering. You always did represent the end of Star Wars. You did, and you also represented the end of the volunteers of the Resistance and their lives. Exactly. Why not take another 20 people to Canto Bight and have them meet up later? Why not, Rose? Wow, this is all harsh. This is harsh. This is much harsher criticism than I'd intended, Rose. This frustrates me so much. They have ships that can leave undetected. Get your non-essential folks to safety. Like that was the plan anyway, right? Abandoned ship? This movie was just the worst. And yeah, Rose killed people. Scared volunteer resistance fighters sought a way off their ship after their CO basically said there's no plan to ensure their survival. So she prevented them from leaving, leading to the death of most, if not all of them. It's like a cult in the sky. It is. It's like Heaven's Gate. ugh, I get that destroying planets and killing billions is basically awful, and yet the First Order still sometimes feels like the good guys. Again. Whoa, Rose NKVD Commissar. Do they have any troops on board so their mechanics can focus on their actual jobs? Do they not have any troops on board? Yeah, Rose, I'm not sure why that was put in your hands. To be fair, I think, maybe you were not ready for that kind of responsibility. Shooting and restraining people, deserting from a volunteer, illegal, irregular militia they'd never formally signed up to in the first place, outside of direct combat, no less. That's not desertion, because he isn't deserting from anything, because the resistance isn't an army. I'm pretty sure that's a war crime. So, Rose Tico, according to Reddit, you are a war criminal, and this is an instrument of fascism, and so are you as you hold it in your hand. Do you have anything to say about this? Yeah, I guess you don't. Well, at least you're 50% off. So it isn't too late to get a Rose Tico action figure for the crypto fascist child in your life. Go pick one up. They're pretty cheap at this point. Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there. Show your friends you support independent comics while showing the world who you back in the fight against the swarm with the brand new Cyberfrog t-shirt from Crypto Fashion and Comic Artist Pro Secret. Sizes come in small to 5XL, and take your choice of colors between navy blue, white, and black. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and order the Fandom Menace, Go Get Daddy's Belt, Tico, and Soilo t-shirts as well. Link is below in the description. You're going to look great. People love these shirts. They fit wonderfully. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the Laughing Man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.